Hi, this is Gargi Rawat, and I'm going to bring you the latest on the Uttarakhand tunnel collapse. Now, today is day 6 since 40 workers have been stuck in this tunnel. This is in the Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand, and this tunnel was being dug as a part of the Char Dham project. Remember, this is a very big project which has been pushed by the center. This is to make all-weather roads in Uttarakhand that will lead to the Char Dhams and make it more accessible for pilgrims to go there. But it's also been a very controversial project. Well, we'll get to more on that in just a minute, but I want to get you the latest in terms of the rescue operation. Now, a new drill was brought to Uttarkashi, to this site of the tunnel called the Silkyara Barkot tunnel, where these 40 people have been trapped due to a cave-in and debris having fallen. Earlier, a drill was brought from Haridwar, but that did not work out. There was more landslide taking place, and they just didn't manage to use it. So then another more sophisticated piece of machinery, auger, drill, we're told, was brought here, and it's been put into service for the last 2 days. What we do know about the operations to drill through the debris is that they've managed to get through 30 meters, but another 30 meters still remain, and they're going to be drilling through the debris and then pushing in pipes which are around the diameters around 3 feet, little less than 3 feet, and then the workers are going to be pulled out from these pipes, through these pipes. So it's a tunnel inside a tunnel, really, essentially, that's being created, and then the workers are going to be pulled out through that. Now, a short while ago, one of the authorities of the company that is in charge of this tunnel said that while the drilling is not taking so much time, he said that the placement of these pipes, these tubes through that space is what is the more delicate operation. There's welding involved. They need to make sure there are no cracks in it. So that is what is taking place. So with 30 meters having been drilled through, another 30 meters remain before they will reach the area where the workers are trapped. What they have said is that there'll be 2 pipes, in fact, that are put in, 800 millimeters and 900 millimeters. So a pipe inside a pipe, and then the workers will be pulled out. This has led to some discussions on the news desk about, whether everybody will fit through that pipe and what would happen to those who are larger. But we'll have to wait and see when that rescue operation takes place. Also, the health and the mental sort of space of those workers is very important. There have been constant communications with them on walkie-talkies. We've seen some of those conversations. Their fears about their health and mental state. There have been messages sent out to family members. There are little tubes also that are there reaching the worker, through which oxygen and food items have been pushed through, and medication as well. There's also been a little medical setup done at the tunnel site. So as soon as those workers are brought out, they're all going to be treated. They'll probably need some therapy as well, is what's being said. Now, an interesting statement made by Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Pushkar Singh Dhami, day before, when he was in Madhya Pradesh, is that the government is going to review all the tunnel projects in the state. So that's very interesting. As we know, this tunnel, as I mentioned earlier, is a part of the Char Dham project for all-weather road. It's a massive project involving 900 kilometers of roads being rebuilt, and something that has been very controversial. It's a 12,000 crore project for Char Dham all-weather roads, and there are several roads and tunnels that are a part of this entire project. Now, since this was announced by the central government, it's been controversial because environmentalists have questioned it, have said, how are we going to go around, widening these roads? They're going to make these roads 10 meters wide. We're going to be cutting through mountain. As we know, the Himalayas are a very young mountain range. They're fragile. This is a very environmentally sensitive area, ecologically sensitive area. We have seen the kind of disruptions that have taken place due to, the heavy rainfall and the landslides. Now, yesterday I was questioning a BJP leader on this, and he said it's not that landslides didn't take place earlier. He said in Uttarakhand we've always had landslides, but we also had an environmentalist who said this is incorrect. He says the amount that landslides have increased ever since the start of this project is something there to see, there that the statistics are available. So this project, which was launched in 2016, it was challenged in the Supreme Court. A high-powered committee was also appointed that actually did recommend that in some areas which are the most sensitive areas, the roads shouldn't be broadened 10 meters, just 5.5 meters. But then the defense aspect was brought into this, and it was said the army needs these roads to reach the border with China. Though then some even said that, I believe, former army chief Rawat, Bipin Rawat, he did say that we can always use air power, to transport, etc. But however, at the end of it, the Supreme Court went with this argument and said if it's a matter of national security, they're going to allow them to go ahead and widen these roads. And the head of that high-powered committee also resigned in protest over this. Now, what they had said that, now so let me take you through the concerns, that there's little attention being paid to the fragility of this terrain and the ecological sensitivity of the area. There is also concern about the felling of trees. There's a lot of tree felling that is taking place as a part of this widening project. There's also the excavation of hills, and one concern that had been raised all these years has been about how the debris is taken from the road cutting, from the tunnels, and it's just dumped down the slope. Often it goes into the river, which also disrupts things there. So how they're getting rid of the debris and the dumping of the muck, and how this could in turn trigger more landslides, has been an ongoing concern. Soil erosion, then the science behind the hill cutting, whether they're really following that. We've seen our reporter Kishore Rawat has been there, and he's been showing the kind of rocks that are there, and how chalky it is, and how these that this landslide that took place even when they were trying the rescue operation, is why they had to call off the plan A, which was using a drilling machine that had been got from Haridwar. Then later a drilling machine was brought in from Delhi, and that is the plan B, which we're hoping will be successful. But coming back to the concerns, is about this excessive hill cutting could trigger disasters. And we've already seen this past monsoon, we've seen the kind of landslide that have taken place in Himachal Pradesh, in Uttarakhand. We've also seen how Garhwal area, which is where the Char Dham project is a lot more sensitive. It has seen a lot more landslides than the Kumaon area, where you don't have this you don't have this extent of digging and projects taking place. And then, of course, you have all the other projects, the dam building, etc., that is also ongoing in the mountains. So this is something. This latest accident and this tunnel cave-in has brought back all those concerns about accidents in the hills. So it's a welcome statement from the chief minister, where he says that they are going to review the tunnel projects that are already underway in Uttarakhand. Meanwhile, 6 days since these 40 men have been trapped inside this tunnel. This tunnel was, as we said, part of Char Dham, and it was going to shorten the distance to one of the dhams to Yamunotri, I think, by 26 kilometers. So that is the reason this tunnel was being built. So it would help pilgrims, go to these Char Dhams of Yamunotri and Gangotri. And there have also been concerns by the environmentalists also of what's going to happen when we're going to have this huge influx of tourists coming in. That's something for later. Right now, the attention is on the rescue of these 40 workers, and also a review, and hopefully we will find out what led to this accident. Were corners cut as far as safety is concerned by the construction company? All these are questions that need to be answered. And as I said, a welcome statement from the chief minister, who said they're going to review the tunnel projects that are already underway in the state. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.